Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty sad news going on over here, so hence why we have a little bit of a bonus video, where if you guys have ever seen some of the more popular, I'd say, online stuff, such as Red vs. Blue and RWBY, which in all honesty, I have no idea how to ever go and say it. I always think it was supposed to be called Ruby, and I always get made fun of it up when it comes to my Twitch stream, whenever I do mention it. But when it comes to this stuff, there is a really popular YouTube channel who has, I think, impacted a lot of gamers, a lot of people as a whole, pretty hardcore. Like, if you kind of grew up on the internet, you grew up on YouTube, you also grew up as maybe as a gamer, and I know quite a few of you guys are probably Xbox or overall PlayStation console gamers, whatever it might be, you may have actually heard of their content. Like, I do want to say Red vs. Blue is probably some of the biggest machinima content out there, and it also has a really big place in the really old school YouTube side, where if you guys remember Machinima Respawn, and all those other really big conglomerate channels, and, well, just a lot of big things. Achievement Hunter and just various podcasts. And, well, it's just really sad because right now we got the official announcement that Rooster Teeth is no longer. Now, I don't want to go and make this too much of a dramatic video because sometimes you have, you know, good things happen in your life. You have a chance to go and enjoy it. You have a chance to enjoy the content. You have a chance to enjoy the moments, the memories, and, well, everything. Like, it's fun. But the one thing that always sucks is that at a certain point, we all grow up. At a certain point, the YouTube algorithm doesn't go and bless you. And at a certain point, well, people kind of move on. And this is what happened with Rooster Teeth. So we're going to talk about this, talk about why I think it kind of failed, talk about, like, the somewhat sad, I guess, affairs the last 2 or 3 years, and also have the fond memories of everything that did happen with Rooster Teeth. So let me know if you guys ever actually were a part of this or not. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys want to, with the Twitter and Twitch room down below, and let's go and just dive on into it. So if you guys have missed it, there's been, well, official posts, but also a lot of big comments too as well, where Rooster Teeth is now officially shutting down. This is after 21 years, and this makes me horrendously sad. Warner Bros. Actually had a chance to go and talk about it. They want to potentially go and sell it. And, well, all these big shows that they had on top of the YouTube channel and network are basically shutting down. Now, it doesn't mean that there can't be other outside spiritual successors, because we've actually been seeing some intriguing tweets over here. Same from Dylan Goo. Given the latest developments, I'm seriously interested in acquiring official Ruby. And from Rooster Teeth, who do I talk to? So people out there are trying their best to go and get some of the IPs, trying their best to maintain the kind of the fan culture. But sadly, Rooster Teeth is now officially getting done. So if you guys have any fond memories or even were subscribed to the channel, let me know. But after 2 years, the parent company Warner Bros. Discovery, after unsuccessful attempts to sell the unprofitable fandom gaming and comedy entertainment division, is now shutting down the Rooster Teeth's operations. And basically, Jordan Levitt announced the shutdown of Austin-based Rooster Teeth at an all-hands meeting on Wednesday. Now, there was a little bit of drama with this because a lot of folks basically were in the company itself, went to the all-hands, and found out they were getting laid off, and then it went viral on social media everywhere, on YouTube, on Twitter, because it's like a really big old-school YouTube channel. And, well, people are somewhat upset. If you guys actually have never heard of Rooster Teeth too, I've definitely watched a lot of Rooster Teeth content throughout the years. You guys can see the channel. And so far, in all honesty, the channel wasn't really doing so hot. Now, there was other things and other subsidiaries and other things a part of it too as well for the Rooster Teeth, like, big conglomerate. But if you look at this YouTube channel, it really wasn't doing so hot. Like, I don't want to be a hater on this because, I mean, this is technically more views than I get. But don't forget, this is, like, a lot of people's livelihoods. Like, people actually going to work every single day to go and, like, work. Like, they are there to make videos, edit videos, come up with ideas, come up with podcast ideas, and the channel itself was just not doing well. Like, this only has like 5,000 views, and not to, like, say that's bad. Like, some of my videos don't get 5,000 views, but don't forget, I'm just a random guy living, you know, in a basement, hanging out, making YouTube videos and streaming, and this is like a proper actual, like, conglomerate of, like, look at how many different faces you can even go and recognize from this channel. Like, it's a lot of different things out here too as well. And if you kind of even go look through their actual statistics, they're not, like, bad. But they kind of milked, they had their time. They had 6 billion views total on the channel, and they're still getting okay-ish views, but this is not enough to, like, you know, have people have jobs and careers and everything else. And while the channel did have some good peaks, like, we're seeing some views a few years ago, like 9 million, 8 million views. Like, this is okay, 13 million, 10 million views. If you kind of look at this really big downturn the past few years, 3 million, 3 million, 5 million, 3 million, 3 million, 6 million, 3 million, and then 2 million, 2 million, 2.1, 2.2. And if you guys look at the past few days, it's still doing okay, but, like, it's just not enough. Like, if you want to go and actually have a proper major conglomerate of a company, because also you have to factor in things such as, like, shorts. That also do get a lot of views too as well, but you don't get paid much money for a lot of shorts on your channel. And right now, it's just rough. Like right now, you're not seeing too much actual growth on the channel itself, and you're not really making that much money. Just for own reference, you guys are kind of curious. In my own views, it's just a general like thing. Like look at the actual day-to-day monthly views. It's not a flex. I have some also short views mixed on in, or like passive old school videos. So this isn't like a good. This isn't me gloating. This is me just trying to say like, look at my statistics comparison to a whole-on company with a lot of different employees, and it's a little bit on the rougher side. So it's really sad. Like a lot of people, myself included, watched this channel when I was younger, watched this channel throughout my teenage years. I saw Machinima, and Machinima Respawn was made me want to make content as a whole. I remember people used to do things such as Machinima, which is basically having, say, like a Halo game or other various game, and you do voiceover acting, you kind of do a story using gaming as a medium. And that's basically the really big, iconic, old school classic of Red vs. Blue, which was basically a big Halo story and had a lot of good internet old school memes. I even saw this type of stuff on Newgrounds, which I haven't mentioned in a very long time in my life. And it makes me sad because Rooster Teeth was really big. Their official statement saying, "It's with a heavy heart I announce that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage." And I think that's pretty much just a big thing of saying like, hey, like just people don't like the content we're making, whether it's podcasts, whether it's Achievement Hunter, whether it's just whatever we're doing. It's just the internet's kind of changed, a lot more short form content or more of just a different vlog style, whatever they want to go and say. Or maybe even things like Twitch, that's more of like their bigger focus competitor. I don't know, if you've been in the business for a while, like you basically have to always change with the times, and sometimes you just don't miss the mark, or sometimes the algorithm doesn't go in favor you for whatever reason it might be. And you can kind of go to other YouTube channel. Like as I said, they still have other outside sources, other different types of channels, and then people were a part of it and people enjoy it. Like, do not get me wrong. But one of the bigger things out there is that, well, a lot of people need to get paid. And if you're not making enough money to get paid, if you also have a big parent company like Warner Brothers Discovery, they can still appreciate the audience and maybe go and be down and spend 5 years, seeing if it will grow and like make a profit. But at a certain point, like companies are like, hey, like you guys are like seeking $500,000 like a month. We can't afford this. It's just not worth it. Like, you guys had a good shot. We'll see what happens. They said Warner Brothers thanks Rooster Teeth's groundbreaking creators and partners and the strong management team for their many years of success. The media company said in a statement, "Your passionate and loyal fans are a testament to your achievements," which is kind of cute. Achievement Hunter too as well. They did have a chance to break over 21 years, and as I mentioned, the first viral video did come from 2003 with the debut of Red vs. Blue, an animated comedy series that popularized Machinima, which I think that was really groundbreaking at the time. The company's name was derivative from the dialogue in the original trailer for Red vs. Blue, in which the voiceover narrator is dissed by a subtitler as a cockbite. So it kind of stinks because they had a chance to have a really good run. Like, they had a 20 years for a company. I would say that's a win. No matter what company, no matter what you try to do, that is an absolute win. But sadly, the company itself just wasn't making money. They got bought by Fullscreen, which was turned by Otter Media too as well, before Rooster Teeth became part of the Warner Media under AT&T's ownership. And then in 2022, Discovery closed the acquisition. So basically, they bounced around a few different times too as well. But they've also like lost just a lot. There's lost a lot of stuff. It stinks. They had cool like subscription-based stuff. They've fallen off to as well. They said it fall off to around 60,000 people on top of that. They had Ruby and Jen Locke, and people still enjoy the content. I'm sure people even watch this video if it even hits the algorithm too as well. We can see. And they also at one point had over 400 employees. But I'm sure a lot of you guys would understand that 400 employees is a lot of money, like to pay every single week. And if you're not making a lot of money, like looking once again at their YouTube channel, or also look at like their actual content itself, like you need to be able to go and make money on the channel. And something like 5,000 views on a podcast, this is not how you live. Like, you can't really go and pay people money for this content. And as well, the content's also kind of changed too as well, because they've kind of had people leave, they've had people go move on, and like it's fun to go and see this type of stuff, but I feel like most people know it from like animated stuff or podcasts of specific characters. So you get different types of people may like it. You have to pay a lot of people a lot of money for animations, it's hard to maintain. But if you kind of go and even look through some of their old school content a few years ago, like a channel like this is somewhat like alive, like in like 50,000, 100,000 views or so, you can make this kind of work with the occasional viral video. Like, look at this, 165,000 views, 147,000 views. And like, this is good, but obviously, like, you know, it's just not sustainable long-term for a whole full-on massive business. And it was way bigger way back in the day. But as I kind of showed you guys, like getting only like a few thousand views on your content or making the channel inactive for like months on end, It just happens, and it stinks because people loved Rooster Teeth. I love this channel, so just had to give a big major respect out there for the YouTube legends. Not everything can last forever, but I do want to say this is like impressive. Like, I will give them impressed. They had a really good long run, and we'll see what happens in the future of the content. Some stuff such as podcasts are still going to be maintained, and some of the animation stuff I'm sure will still be existing, but it's really sad to see, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. So big F in chat for Rooster Teeth. I appreciate you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Give me your thoughts and comments or your favorite moments down below. And just kind of really sad just to go and see at the end of the day. So, lose another YouTube legend gone. It makes me sad.